everybody, welcome back to another video. So CTS is dirtier than you guys last saw it, but we have something major going on. So recently I threw a P0430. It's a failing cat on bank 2. So basically I ordered something for the car that will make a major improvement in not only sound but also performance. So right here is a box sent from AmericanMuscle.com. Basically, I ordered something for the Cadillac CTS that I have on the channel, and we're gonna be opening it. Well, I'm not gonna really, throw a fit about the packaging. I could say that it could have been done better. All I'm gonna say is this came from Texas and all that. So it's gone across multiple state lines. I got it shipped via FedEx. I'm not gonna critique FedEx because, we can't really critique the mail guys that are just delivering it. They're just doing their job. So we're just gonna unwrap it very carefully. Any guesses on what this could be? Right here, you have a set of American Muscle long tube headers, 1 3/4 diameter. So these are made for the V6 Camaro, but the LLT and LY7 share the same bottom end. So this will bolt right up to my engine. I want to say thank you to American Muscle for, actually making this, because I was not about to spend $1,000 on BBKs because I don't have money for BBKs. These do have some weight to them, but to be fair, this is a long tube header setup. So, it has the extractors and all that. It goes from 3 pipes into 1. Should be great. I'm filming this in my guest room at my mom's house, so it's gonna look slightly out of place, but so they just have it wrapped up in bubble wrap. Not gonna exactly complain. I don't know what the standard is for this kind of stuff, but it looks like we will need scissors, or I just need to tear it just to pull it out. Okay, so initial impression, I'm not really sure. There's some stuff where I feel like it could have been, done a little bit better, but, it's just, this is what you get when you buy a cheaper header setup. This ended up running me about $270 from American Muscle. So I don't think I can really complain about the price, especially because it's for my engine and all that. But I hope that, once everything goes all together, it works quite well. So right here, I'm assuming this is the bung for the O2 sensor. And then right here, we have a set of, I'm just holding one. This is a Pipes 300 cell high flow cat. So, theoretically, you just slide this on over, I'll try to make it work, but so we just slide it on over, could look something like this. I may pull it back just a little bit, so it's a high flow catted setup. I don't know how I feel. I've never bought headers before, so there's some stuff where I feel like it could be improved, especially in this region, some of the welds don't even look like they're done properly. So I don't know if it'll leak or not. That's my only concern. If it leaks, I'm probably gonna have to pull these off and, re-weld them or something. But this is how it looks like. If you guys are wondering why I have them, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna say it earlier in the video. My car threw a P0430, which means my bank 2 catalytic converter is going out. I was planning on changing on my exhaust. I was planning on doing this in the winter, but I guess this came a priority because of my faulty cat code. So unfortunately, but fortunately, this is the new thing. So I also have a Magnaflow resonated X pipe coming in from Magnaflow themselves, so I'm waiting on them to actually deliver it. It should be here hopefully this week. Okay, so this is a Magnaflow muffler. I only ordered one of these. This is going to replace my factory resonator. It is a resonated X pipe setup. So once I open this box, I can show you guys how it exactly looks like. It's boxed very nicely. You know, I trust Magnaflow in giving us quality boxes. We all know the box for this one, well, could have been better improved, but you know, what are you gonna do? So some of you guys may be wondering, why did I go for this? So here's the thing about, you know, modifying a V6. You know, one of the biggest things that people are concerned about is rasp. Some people don't mind the rasp. I'm a person that, you know, minds the rasp. I don't want my car to be too raspy. So what this is supposed to do, it's designed to cut down rasp, and it's supposed to flow, you see right there, into an X. So this is supposed to cut down the rasp, and furthermore, keep a deep tone, and, you know, just make it sound, you know, make it maintain that deep sound. Luckily, you know, this wasn't that expensive. I bought it from Magnaflow straight up from them for $148. So in my opinion, if you want to modify your CTS, or you have a Camaro 3.6 or a G8 3.6, I recommend this muffler, you know, honestly. But you know, let's just, you know, when we install it all, you know, you guys will see how it sounds in the end. So we will literally be having headers, cats, and this resonated X pipe going out to 4-inch stainless steel tips in the back. So the factory size exhaust is not going to fit. The headers, it's not going to fit this, because this is a 2.5-inch X pipe. So we're going for a full 2.5-inch catback exhaust from the headers, which should, you know, it will be way louder, should open up some horsepower without a tune, hopefully. I may lose low end power though, low end torque as well. But with everything, we should, you know, be louder. We should maintain a deep tone, and overall, just make the car nicer, in my opinion.
So right at this point, I honestly forgot to film the actual process of installing the headers. So I'm basically gonna have a little slide up of basically what you have to do it. And again, sorry for not getting that covered. Honestly, it was more frustrating, if anything, to get everything done in time compared to actually just taking my time and filming it. It was not a fun process at all. Basically, there's a bunch of wires that you have to move, a bunch of harnesses. I had to disconnect my AC, for example, to properly get to the exhaust manifold. On the other side, I didn't really relocate much, but I do remember on Bank 2, I accidentally, or not really accidentally, my friend just convinced me to just cut my oxygen sensor wire so I could drop the manifold on one side. Basically, there's going to be heat shields and stuff that you have to unbolt. I'm not sure the size. I think it was a 7, not a 7. It may have been like an 8 or 10. There's 7 bolts on each manifold that are pretty sure size 13 or 7/16 or 1/2. It's either one of those three. Basically, you know, you have to finagle it. It's very tight. That's the one thing I didn't really like about removing the header, not the header, it's the manifold itself. The cats, if you were to drop the cats, I believe it was a 15, but I can't really say anymore. It's been a week now since this audio is being taken place from, so it's definitely a tedious process when it comes to removing them. But luckily, you know, there's some minor stuff that I had filmed or taken pictures of during the process. Now, don't get me wrong. Being open header was fun for the time that I had it. I had it open header for a few days, just to get to work until I got to the exhaust shop. I found it fun for a little bit. At the same time, though, it was pretty loud and obnoxious. Pissed my neighbors off, it pissed my parents off because of how loud it was. So, yeah, I only had those audio clips for that. I had fun with it for the meantime, but here is the actual exhaust setup now.
Nah, that sounds great.
So first and foremost, I want to thank Scott, who welded my exhaust setup for me. He normally doesn't work on Cadillacs. One of the main things that he said was, I don't really work on these kind of cars because obviously, the newer Cadillacs, they have valve mufflers and all that. He just doesn't want to deal with that stuff. Luckily, I was fortunate enough for him to actually take my car in, and the catback only costed me around $400 for everything, including, just welding it up. So Scott works out in Mineola, Florida. If you guys are out in the Claremont area, I recommend going to him. He did a really good job with mine. The only thing I gotta worry about now is tackling an exhaust leak, which honestly, it could probably just be my fault. I'm not gonna blame him for it, but very good work. I'm very happy with how it came out, and obviously, I can't be any happier. If you made it to the end of this video, thank you very much. I really appreciate it. If you guys don't mind, if you made it to the end, leave a like, subscribe to the channel to, see any future CTS content. This one was quite an expensive project, but in the end, it's made me very happy. I'm glad to have this new setup, and I hope to, further the build in the future once, obviously I have more money. Thank you guys for watching again. I'm KS Shell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.